think that when you come to Locanda Locatelli, you just have to expect, you know, like the highest standard that you met for Italian food in this country. In an English menu, a French menu, you just have a starter and main, don't you? In our menu, we have a big section dedicated to the pasta. It's about 14 pasta plus risotto and soups. So it's about 14, 16 dishes that goes in there. For an Italian meal, the best entrance is to have a fantastic, fantastic bread basket. And I think that this is really up to what I think is backed up by the quality of the bread. I mean, there is very, you know, when you look at bread, is one way. Then, you know, when you start to touch it and you start to feel how soft and light it is, this is like, you know, a perfect sort of baked bread that will make it very digestible and very good for you to eat. And that area where we were becomes the area where we do all the pasta. So when you're sitting down, we will make the pasta that you're asking for alla minute. The pasta is made up at the top, so every raviolo then is stuffed, and everything is done as you order it. So the freshness of that allowed us also to, for example, for the stuffed pasta, allowed us to have stuffing then they maybe a little bit more wet, then they got less eggs in there, so they're less heavy, they're more, a bit more tasty. The meat and the fish is all English. We don't bring any meat, but the cured meat will bring all Italian, and all the cheeses are all Italian, and all the wine is all Italian. But what's concerning the fruit and vegetable is a mixture, but that's what comes as well anyway on the market in England. We work with the nursery of these guys, which is Italian, down in Virginia Water, and he grows a lot of stuff. Like he does a lot of spinach, he does all the rockets for us, and that comes from seeds that we buy in Italy. Actually, my father goes and buys them. He buys the seeds, and then he brings them up, and then we take them around to him. Every year, it's about like 1.5 kilos of seeds that we use it. It's quite important because it's like, you know, the rocket in itself it's got that peppery flavors, and you know, and sometimes you can get different type of rocket, and you know, the fact that it's spicy like that is very, very important. So those seeds are perfect. Ok, look, I was thinking, if that stays there like that, allora le teste sono qua e il coso qua. Ok, allora lo prendi, lo metti giù, ok? Lo metti giù così, lo tagli, ok? Gli tiri fuori il tuo coso, finito, yeah? Finito là. Poi prendi il coso, gli tiri la pelle, lo tiri, qua, lì dove metti le alette, quello là, no? Yeah? Questa cosa, lo tagli, lo svuoti e tiri questo da questa parte e lo svuoti dentro in un coso che c'è lì di sotto, lo giri dall'altra parte and it's done. It's really all about them doing it, really. That's what it's all about, because, you know, without all of them doing their work and doing it to the demanded standard that I put for them, that's the major job. Then, you know, yes, I had to draw a lot of my inspiration from what was my growing up in Italy in a restaurant, and I always keep that as a benchmark of what I do. And I will always think, oh, in this situation, what they would have done, or I would have, and you know, there was more like I grew up in a business that was completely family run, and all the employees were part of the family. So I would like to keep that gracefulness going around in my place, and this is a very important thing to me. And I think that that's why as well the people. I mean, I have people here that did 10 years. The people that work with me in Zafferano, they come here and work with me, and they still work here, because I think we create this ambiance and it's inspired by that. And then, you know, what's concerning the food, then I have a lot of different experiences in what I've done. I worked in Paris, I worked with the English quite a lot. So, you know, but I draw inspiration from the ingredients and from what were my experience when I was young, growing up. Yes, that's definitely that. A box of cherries. This is the most exciting thing ever when the cherries arrive. I think the first box goes to the staff all the time. So everybody has to taste one. You can't say, no, you can't taste the first cherry, you know? Big step for him to come to work in Italian restaurant, and then he went to Italy. And so he was completely like, you know, accepted. My God, bam, my fucking head.